Hey guys, this is just going to be a first impressions of these two products. This is the Revlon Moisture Stain, and this is basically a liquid lip stain. So this is a doe foot applicator, and I'll just show you what they look like. So they have like a label on, and you basically have to peel that off to open it. I suppose you could twist, but I don't know if that would actually work. So I just peel it off and then twist. And when you pull it out, you are left with this. And this just looks like this. So it's a doe foot applicator. This is in the shade Parisian Passion. And I find that 1 to 1.5 like pumps, if you like, dunks, whatever you want to call it, of this is enough to get enough product out to stain your lips. I personally only use one layer. You could probably build it up, but for me, I find it's perfectly fine. And I'll show you what the other shade I have looks like in the doe foot applicator. I'm just going to peel all of it off. When you peel it off, it looks like this. So then you don't need to carry on twisting. This one is in the shade Indian Intrigue. And it looks like this. And it's a much paler colour. It's a pink colour. So if I just get the two of them next to each other. If I can untwist this one with one hand. Okay. So we have the two here. Do them both that way. The one on top is Parisian Passion and the one underneath is Indian Intrigued. So they're both obviously doe foot applicators, and obviously they're quite a liquid consistency. I will try and insert a picture of each of them on my lips here. Okay, so with them pictures I put 2 coats of this on, which is the darker colour, which is Parisian Passion, just because for me personally I prefer a darker colour and it's more true to the thing. It's the same colour, there's just more depth to it if I put 2 coats on. So I had 2 coats of this one, and I did only put 1 coat of this one on, but they're both true to colour and form. Now obviously this is only a first impressions video, but for me personally, I like these. The colours are really good and amazing. The only issue I have with these is I suppose they have some staying power because they last longer than a lipstick would, because I've eaten with these on and they've faded slightly, but they've not completely disappeared or disappeared enough so it looks weird or that I have to top it up. But to me, I don't class them as a lip stain because they do disappear. Like, I had a drink and they were fine, and I had a meal and they were fine, then I topped it back up again, and when I then had a meal and a drink, then that is when all the moisture went and all the colour went, and it just faded to, like, it wasn't even noticeable that I had a lip colour on. For me, I find that the light colour has a longer lasting power than the dark colour, which is quite unusual. Usually the darker colours last longer. They don't feather out, personally, in the opinion, like in like the couple of days I've been using them. They haven't like feathered and, you know, leaked anywhere. They have just all over faded rather than, you know, leaving me like a line around the outside of my lips. They've faded evenly, which I suppose is a good thing. They are a long wearing product, but I'd definitely say 2 to 3 top-ups needed a day. I will before I review these, I will time how long it is and how long I need before I do a top up and things of both colours, so I will put that in the review. But as I've said, I've only used these over 3-4 days. I think it's 4 days now. So I've actually had the dark colour on 3 days and I've had the lighter colour on for 1 day. I prefer the colour of the dark one, but I prefer how long lasting the lighter colour is. But they're both very, very wearable, and compared to some of the other lip products that I've tried recently, including the MUA one, which is a really, really dark colour, these are really, really nice. And I thought with being a moisture stain, they'd constantly be wet and they'd feel tacky and they wouldn't feel like they sink in. And they look glossy, like you have a gloss on, like there's no matte finish, it is like a shiny finish, but it doesn't feel sticky and it doesn't feel like I've got anything on my lips, like it absorbs into my lips, and there's no transfer. When I took a drink, it didn't go onto the glass, and when I ate, you know, like there was no transfer, but the colour did seem to fade just a little bit. So obviously after a meal and that, with a lipstick you'd have none left and you'd have to reapply. With this, I think it depends what you eat. If you eat something oily, then I think you definitely would need to reapply it. But if you had something that wasn't really oily, then I think you'd be okay for a little bit longer. I think these would be great if you weren't eating an awful lot or drinking an awful lot. But everybody eats and everybody drinks, so for me, they're not a lip stain. I'd class them as a long wearing lipstick, but obviously I will review them once I've used them for a little bit longer, and I will tell you what I think about them then. But they're available in Boots and Superdrug, and they are $7.99. And at the moment, I don't know if it's a this like weekend deal, because what day are we on? No, it mustn't be a weekend deal because we're on Monday. Tuesday? I'm so confused as what day we're on. It's Tuesday today. It is Wednesday today, so it's clearly not a weekend deal. I can't speak and my mind is not working, but it's clearly not a weekend deal because we're on Wednesday, and the offer is so far still on, or it was when I last looked, that if you spend £10 on Revlon you get a free colour burst balm stick, whether it's a matte balm or the glossy ones, and I can't think of what they're called, either a matte balm or a shimmery balm from Colour Burst from Revlon, if you spend £10 or more. I got it on the offer when it was on the weekend, but I looked today and the offer's still on, so if between Wednesday and Friday the offer goes, I don't know, but I'll link Boots and Superdrug down below for you guys to check that out. And yeah, I'm sorry this was not a very good formatted video, but I will try and take close-ups of each individual one and the applicator and things like that, and I will also include all the pictures of the product on my lips, and I will review them once I've used them for longer, guys. So thank you for watching, guys, and until next time, bye guys.